Welcome to PureHer. Today, we are diving deep into a topic that every woman needs to understand clearly: micro-cheating. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to PureHer, because we talk about everything that protects your heart, strengthens your intuition, and helps you build the kind of confidence no one can shake. If you want more powerful videos like this, hit subscribe and stay with us. Now, let's talk about micro-cheating. Micro-cheating is not full-blown cheating, but it's also not innocent. It's the subtle, quiet, almost invisible behavior that crosses emotional boundaries. And the reason it's dangerous is because it often starts small. So small that you question yourself instead of the behavior. It makes you wonder, am I overreacting? Or is this normal? But a woman's intuition doesn't lie. When something feels off, that feeling is coming from somewhere. Micro-cheating is when a man invests emotional energy, time, or flirtatious attention into someone outside the relationship, while still claiming that nothing is wrong. It's the little messages, the hidden likes, the secret conversations, the sudden privacy on his phone, the way he reacts when you ask a simple question. Micro-cheating is about the small cracks that appear long before the relationship actually breaks. It is usually disguised as friendship, innocent fun, or you're reading too much into it. But you are not reading too much into anything. You are observing patterns. Patterns reveal the truth long before words do. Micro-cheating becomes dangerous because it creates emotional distance. While he may not be physically cheating, emotionally, he's already stepping outside the relationship. And emotional cheating often hurts more, because it feels like he's giving another woman a part of himself that should belong to you. Understanding micro-cheating is not about paranoia. It's about clarity, boundaries, and emotional safety. It is about recognizing the early signs of disrespect before they grow into betrayal. Every woman deserves loyalty, transparency, and devotion. Nothing less. Let's talk about the signs. Because micro-cheating always has signs. They may be subtle, but they are consistent. And once you know what to look for, you cannot unsee them. Sign number 1. Secretive digital behavior. A man who suddenly hides his phone, turns his screen away, deletes notifications, or steps into another room to reply to messages is not protecting his privacy. He is protecting his secrecy. There is a difference. Privacy is healthy. Secrecy is a red flag. Sign number 2. Emotional energy going elsewhere. When he becomes unusually invested in another woman's life, problems, or achievements. When he lights up at her messages. When he remembers the details of her day but forgets the details of yours. When he shares emotional intimacy with her, instead of with you. This is micro-cheating at its core. Sign number 3. Comparisons. He might mention another woman's qualities too often. Her confidence, her career, her attitude, her looks. Even subtle comparisons are emotional boundary violations. A committed man does not compare his partner to another woman. A committed man uplifts the woman he is with. Sign number 4. Defensive reactions. When you ask a calm and simple question, but he reacts as if you accused him of a crime. If he gets angry, dismissive, or turns the conversation against you, he is protecting something. Honest men don't panic when they have nothing to hide. Sign number 5. Changes in attention. If he becomes less affectionate with you but more responsive to someone else. If he checks her stories faster than he replies to your messages. If he smiles at his phone more than he smiles at you. These are emotional shifts that reveal where his focus is going. And finally, sign number 6. It's not a big deal. When a man minimizes behavior that clearly hurts you, it is not because the behavior is harmless. It is because he wants to keep doing it. A man who cares about your feelings listens when you speak. A man who wants to protect the connection with you respects emotional boundaries. Now, Let's talk about why microcheating happens. Not to excuse it, but to understand the psychology behind it. Because women blame themselves far too often when a man crosses the line. Microcheating usually happens because the man is seeking validation outside the relationship. He wants attention he doesn't feel. He wants to feel admired, desired, or important. But here is the truth. A healthy, loyal man communicates his needs to you. He doesn't go looking for emotional crumbs from other women. Sometimes microcheating is driven by immaturity. Some men enjoy the thrill of flirtation, the dopamine hit of someone new, or the ego boost that comes from feeling chased. But emotional immaturity should never be your burden. Sometimes it happens because the relationship has unresolved issues. Distance, stress, routine, lack of communication. But even then, cheating is a choice. Microcheating is still a choice. And a man who respects you chooses communication, not secret conversations with someone else. Microcheating also happens because society normalizes certain disrespectful behaviors. People say things like, "It's just a message," or "It's harmless." But emotional intimacy is not harmless. Attention is not harmless. Energy is not harmless. Every relationship has emotional boundaries. When he crosses them, he is stepping out of the relationship, whether he admits it or not. And here's something every woman needs to understand. You are allowed to have boundaries. You are allowed to feel uncomfortable. You are allowed to expect loyalty. You are allowed to speak up when something doesn't feel right. A relationship is not a test of how much disrespect you can tolerate. It is a commitment between two people who choose each other fully. So how do you protect yourself from micro-cheating? You start by trusting yourself. You start by listening to your intuition. You start by recognizing patterns, not excuses. Step 1. Communicate clearly. Tell him how the behavior makes you feel. If he cares, he will adjust. If he doesn't adjust, that is an answer to. Step 2. Watch his actions, not his words. Men who microcheat are excellent at downplaying their behavior. But actions cannot hide forever. Consistency reveals loyalty. Inconsistency reveals danger. Step 3. Strengthen your boundaries. A woman without boundaries becomes a woman who gets hurt repeatedly. Boundaries are not walls. Boundaries are self-respect. They show the world how to treat you. Step 4. Remember your worth. Microcheating often makes women feel insecure. But his behavior does not reflect your value. It reflects his character. A loyal man cannot be tempted. A disloyal man cannot be trusted. Step 5. Decide what you will and will not accept. Every woman has a different threshold. But dignity should never be negotiable. If microcheating continues, you need to ask yourself whether you want a relationship that constantly makes you doubt your place in his life. And finally, choose peace over confusion. Relationship should not feel like a battlefield where you are fighting for clarity. Love should feel safe. Loyalty should feel natural. If a man is truly committed to you, he will guard the relationship, not gamble with it. This is PureHer, and if you want more deep, honest, heart-protecting content like this, make sure you subscribe. You deserve love that stays. You deserve attention that is consistent. You deserve loyalty that is unquestionable. Never settle for less than emotional safety, devotion, and respect.